Yeah. You guys want to see another clip? Yeah? Oh, maybe we can watch the Corsican Brothers, because I'm in this one. Are we going to maybe the Corsican Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It's just my sword. It keeps getting in the way. You can see it? No. It's okay. It's a good joke to you anyway. My father always told me, never show your sword unless you intend to use it. Anyway, man, broken. Broken? Yeah. Why I've mistreated it for years. So foolish. I used to go around sticking it in everything. Stuck it in the watermelons. Just practice. One day I stuck it in the dirt and broke the tip off. It really hurt me. But that's okay. I'm gonna get a new one.
You can get new ones?
That's why I have to get into the castle. 'Cause that's where they keep the good ones.
Yes.
Need a good strong one this time.
Frank's wife is a really good one.
It has to be big.
Pierre. Yeah. Oh. But his is too big.
They can never be too big. I have to know what to do with them. You see, sometimes if they're big enough, all you have to do is show it.
That's what I did.
Shelby! I had something. What the fuck was it?
When we did the Corsican Brothers, that's when we were living in Paris.
Yeah. We lived in Paris there. Yeah, that was fun. Oh man, that brought back a lot of memories. Yeah.
What a nice memory.
Used to stick it in the watermelons. Cheech directed that bit. He was on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
It was the only bit he directed, right?
Did a good job.
Yeah. No, I had something.
Do you guys have any questions you want to ask Tommy?
Did you bring a joint?
Oh yeah, of course you brought. Did you bring a joint? Well, someone threw a joint right down on the stage here.
That's a tiny one.
For you, brother!
Light it up.
No, I had some bit, but see when you get old, man, being old is good. You got to learn how to work it. Let me give some advice to you. Eventually, you're all going to be old. It doesn't skip over anybody. You're either going to get old or you're going to die.
Right.
And if you're lucky, you're going to be happy and healthy. And that's where the weed comes in. That's weed. And there's not only THC, but CBD.
Yeah.
CBD is very good for you. And I was going to say,
You could talk about being in prison. What was it like being in prison?
oh, prison?
Yeah.
Getting high?
No?
No, I did get high in prison, but mentally. Yeah, you can do that. There's a lot you can do with your mind. I'm finding out, because that's who we are. That's our mind, And that's when people get dementia. That's them. Only they're fading away,
But what about the sweat lodge? You had that. The sweat lodge.
Oh, right. Because we did some DNA, and I found out I am 7% native.
Woo! Yeah.
That's what I said. No, my mother was quarter, 21%. That meant my grandmother was half. My grandmother, and that was a big secret. My mother actually married a short little Chinaman, and that was okay. But she couldn't tell anybody that she was native. And we didn't know. I didn't know until just recently that I had native blood. But now everything makes sense to my life. Fuck, everything. My whole attitude toward everything, especially toward the herb, you know, the weed. And when I was in prison, the first thing I did was join the sweat lodge. Because in federal prison, they're mandated to supply everybody with their religious needs. The Catholics get their stuff, and the Jews get their stuff. Everybody gets their stuff. And so the Native Americans, their church was a sweat lodge. And so every federal prison in America has a sweat lodge. And so when I went to Taft, first thing, you know, I was invited into the sweat lodge. And I didn't know what it was. Now, I'll explain a little bit to you about the sweat lodge. What it is, it's a lodge, you know, and it's got a fire pit in the center, and where they bring these rocks that have been heated over a fire pit for hours. And so they're glowing, they're so hot. And what they do, they bring the rock, well, first of all, before you get in, you have to be cleansed. You have to strip down to your shorts, and then they take sage and burn sage around you to get rid of the evil spirits, which in other words is called funk. And all the human stink is taken away. And then you get on your hands and knees, and when you enter the sweat lodge, you're symbolically entering the womb of Mother Nature.
Yeah.
Going into a big pussy. And it makes sense. When you're on your hands and knees and you're crawling in there, and when you get inside, you kind of move around till you find a place where you can sit facing the center. And once you're in there, everybody's in there, then they bring the rocks, the heated rocks, and they bring them in one at a time with deer antlers to hold them, and they bring them in and put them in the center and get it hot. And then they might sprinkle a little water and then make it really hot. And they close the flap, and then they start playing a drum and chanting ancient Lakota song. I don't know what they sound like. After a while, I could understand what they were saying. It was amazing. They're saying, "It's fucking hot in here. My walls are melting over. I think I'm gonna die." It got so hot. And I was ready to just run out of the thing, and then they opened the flap and they said, "First round finished, you may leave, you know, go out." And so I went to get out and I got a cramp in my leg and I couldn't get up. And so they closed the flap. 4 flaps later, there's only me and the chief left in the tent, in the sweat lodge. And he looks over at me and he's laying there and he goes, "Chong, you're a true warrior, my son." Chong. Then he realized I was dead. So he brought me outside, fresh air woke me up, and oh man. It was incredible. It was incredible, man. And so that's what we did. Every Saturday night, we would work on the sweat lodge. And Shelby would come to visit me, and halfway through the visit, I'd say, "Listen, honey, I gotta go. I gotta work on the sweat lodge." And
After I drive 2.5 hours, you'd be like looking at his watch. I go, "What the hell? What's going on here?"
But spiritually, what happens with the sweat lodge is that you have to give in to nature. You know, you can't fight it. You just let it go. And when you do that, then the spirits have a chance to enter in because you've driven out all the evil spirits. All the alcohol gets taken out of your body. All the cigarette smoke, all the bad stuff in yourself, in your body. You sweat it out, you get rid of it. And that's how they used to cure a lot of diseases, too. You know, when someone got sick, they stick their ass in a sweat lodge. And if they didn't make it, well, too bad. But a lot of them did. You walk out, like myself. I mean, figure out, now, contribute my time in prison, doing the sweat lodge every week for 9 months. That's a pretty good record, man. And being 86 now, that
Oh, that's
86. I was going to say 86 with a boner, but I'll be lying. It's 86.
Okay.